Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Fariza Roina binti Abdul Samad. My partner and I prepared a paperwork about management trends and issues during the COVID-19 pandemic, specifically for Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad for course ADS 460, Management Principle and Practices. The objective of this project is to explain Malaysia Airports' biggest challenge in the current era, efforts taken by the leadership in dealing with the challenges, ethical issues faced by Malaysia Airport and their corporate social responsibility and its impact. This presentation will be divided into two parts. For the first part, I will be presenting about challenges and efforts taken by Malaysia Airports during the COVID-19 pandemic. My partner will be presenting the second part of this presentation. Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad was incorporated in 1991. Previously, they were a part of Department of Civil Aviation Malaysia under the Ministry of Transport of Malaysia. It was separated from DCA due to its different spheres of responsibilities. After the separation from DCA, Malaysia Airports focused on the operation, management and maintenance of most of the airports in Malaysia. Malaysia Airport was granted a license as airport operator by the Ministry of Transport of Malaysia in November 1992. In the same time, Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad was incorporated as a public listed company and was listed in the main board of Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange. History was written when they became the first airport operator in Asia and the sixth in the world to be listed. To date, Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad is recognized as one of the largest airport operator in Malaysia, managing 5 international airports in Malaysia, 16 domestic airports, 18 short takeoff and landing ports, as well as 1 international airport in the Republic of Turkey. Over the past few decades of its operation, Malaysia Airports also venturing in the tourism and aviation industry. Their revenues are derived from 2 categories. Aeronautical operations, which includes aircraft landing and parking charges, passenger service charges, and other flight charges. While the second one is commercial activities from airport-related services, which includes revenue from its free duty shops and other retail outlets, hotel operations, and commercial leasing. Challenges in the COVID-19 era. The COVID-19 pandemic outbreak has resulted aviation industry as one of the hardest hit since the very beginning of the crisis. Countries worldwide were imposing travel ban and movement restriction in hope to curb the spread of the deadly virus. With closure of national and international borders, plunging decrease of airlines and airport operator daily operation when non-essential aviation activity was instructed to stop since March 2020. It was reported by the Malaysian Aviation Commission, or MAVCOM, in its industry report, a 99.4% decline in tourist arrival to Malaysia. The number has been declining at a monthly average of 99.5% since second quarter of 2020. With the travel and movement ban worldwide, airlines were reducing their overall network. For example, Malaysia Airlines has gradually reduced their international flights to India and the Philippines since the pandemic started. Within the first week of the travel ban and movement restriction, more than 4,000 flights were cancelled. In issue 01-2020 of Awan E-Magazine by the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, it was reported the aviation industry suffered a 55% decline in aircraft movements. With the reducing numbers of passengers and aircraft operating, Malaysia Airports has recorded a net loss of 221.3 million ringgit in the first quarter of 2021 alone. IATA, or the International Air Transport Association, projects a global revenue loss for air transport industry between $63 to $113 billion. Another challenge faced by Malaysia Airports was to avoid staff retrenchment. In order to protect the welfare of their staff and avoid retrenchment, Malaysia Airports has been reducing their costs by 31.5%. It was done by implementing vigorous and sustainable containment efforts. Besides that, Malaysia Airports had taken a step in broadening their income by pursuing new initiatives in logistics and cargo industry. During this time also, Malaysia Airports had taken a step in reskilling and reassigning their personnel and redistribute talent from overstaffed areas to areas where more manpower were needed. Efforts by leadership to deal with the challenge. Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad had taken a few steps in dealing with the challenges faced. I will be presenting 3 efforts taken by the leadership in dealing with the challenges. The first effort is by implementing aggressive cost optimization plan. In order to mitigate the impact of financial losses, Malaysia Airports plan on taking preemptive measures. These measures include recalibrating operational efficiencies by rebasing costs and prioritizing capital. Malaysia Airports have been aggressively implementing cost optimization plan by consolidating underutilized terminal areas. They also revised the maintenance schedule and reduced non-critical maintenance capital expenditure. Overall, as of third quarter of 2021, they successfully reduced 12% of their core operational expenses compared to the same period the year before. Second effort that was taken by Malaysia Airport in dealing with the challenges that were faced was by rebuilding network. In the effort to rebuild network, Malaysia Airports has been offering several incentives programs since 2015 to their airline partners. The Airline Incentive Program 3, which has commenced since 1st January 2018 and ended on 31st January of 2020, was offering waiver on aircraft landing fee, 6 months free office rental, and reward for international passengers. Other than that, Langkawi, Melaka, and Labuan have also been enjoying the incentive introduced for their airlines partner, which has started since 2015 and valid until 2021. Besides that, they also introduced a program called Joint International Tourism Development, which started since 1st January to 31st December of 2018. The third effort is commercial reset plans. With the resuming of Malaysia Airport's non-aeronautical activity amid the COVID-19 pandemic, there seems to be some hope in getting some revenue in that area. Malaysia Airports target to retain their existing customer while attracting new possible business partner. They have been introducing a new rental model who are signing up under the program, which offers up to 30% reduction of rental rate. Other than the 30% discount, Malaysia Airports was also offering a more immediate relief package to its retailer by offering a 50% rental reduction for 6 months in 2020. Another initiative that was introduced was KLIA Crazy Sales. This program aims to help retailers to clear off excess inventory due to lower footfalls at the airport. Under these commercial reset plans, Malaysia Airports has launched Malaysia's first travel retail commerce platform known as Shop My Airport. With the introduction of this platform, Malaysia Airport was targeting to broaden their customer who is local travelers and home shoppers by delivering the items purchased via home delivery. Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad, as one of the largest airport operator in the world, has taken so much effort in ensuring their business continuity and most importantly, the livelihood of their employees and business partner. Let's pray for a brighter future for all of us in weathering the impact of this COVID-19 pandemic. I will end my presentation here and my partner will continue with the second part of this presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
The ethical issue faced by Malaysian Airport Holding Berhad. First, is a corruptions. Malaysia Airport has its own policy about code of ethics to employees. The organization takes seriously and maintain a zero tolerance attitude towards corruptions. If corruption happen, a company will get a bad reputation. So MAHB have an anti-corruption policy statement to against all form of corruptions. First, working together with employee stakeholder to create a free corruptions business environment. Second is upholding anti-corruptions principle in business dealing and interaction with business partner and government agency. Number 3 is follow law and regulations for against corruptions in happen. Number 4 is establish anti-corruptions control framework and implement continuous improvement. Number 5 is encourage concern regarding corruptions to be reported to MAHB through whistleblowing program. Whistleblowing program is to guide the company in dealing with disclosure of inappropriate covered under the policies. Number 6 is promoting the value of integrity, transparency, and good corporate governance. Number 7, setting up independence, empower and relevant functions to ensure anti-corruption compliance in the organizations. Number 8, report Corruption Acts to Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commissions, which is SPRM, if there are reasonable belief that such act has committed. Number 2 is a fraudulent ethical issue faced by Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad. The problem of employee misconduct is only company knowledge. So the policy of all report incidents of fraud or suspect fraud will be through evaluated by the heads of the Human Resources Service Divisions. The head of the Human Resource Service Division will investigate the case that report to them and give a penalty or punishment. Number 3, staff and passenger safety during COVID-19. Going forward after the COVID-19 pandemic, MAHB put efforts to ensure of safety staff, passenger, and also visitor. They improve all standard operating procedure SOP for safety measures. They provide a heat screen, wearing a face mask, have a sanitizer stations, and do a physical distance warning signs. MAHB also issue the COVID-19 travel fact, frequently asked questions in the websites to traveller refer when at airport. Number 4 of ethical issue faced by Malaysian Airport Berhad is COVID-19 vaccines. On earlier 2021, Malaysia is begun first phase of vaccinations. Vaccination is for protect people from disease. So for MAHB to get a fully operations, they mandatory to all staff to get a full vaccines. So to aspire and to encourage MAHB and with another agency at airport, they open a vaccination center, pusat pemberian vaccines at KLIA 2 to all staff. As a result, 90% staff at airport has been vaccinated. The vaccination is a full network of protection to those who not eligible to receive immunization, such as children. Malaysian Airport Holding Berhad Corporate Social Responsibility CSR. First is end poverty. The objective is to improve community living standards by offering a variety of programs that support micro entrepreneurships. MAHB has collaborated with Perbadanan Usaha Nasional Berhad (PUNB) to provide retail lots to entrepreneur across Malaysia airports. It assists and supports micro entrepreneurs like Industri Kecil and Sederhana IKS in promoting industry merchandise by selling traditional heritage cuisines and handicraft made by locals. Number 2 is sustain, inclusive and economic growth. As a well-known company, MAHB realized that environment is important to preserve nature and human life. So they stick to the SDG Sustainable Development Goals and introduce the following incentive. First is optimize power use and manage to cut electricity consumption per passenger. Second is increase the use of renewable energy through photovoltaic solar system, which supplies renewable power for KLIA and KLIA 2. Number 3 is reduce fuel consumptions by introducing electric vehicles for use in the fields. Number 4 is create build a green building at KLIA 2, and been award gold LEED certifications as the fourth airport building at Southness Asia. Number 3 is a quality education. MAHB take a responsibility to give an excellent quality education for students at school. So MAHB make a program for students which is beyond border programs. The aim of the program is for students to have fun learning English. They also adopted a school for advantaged children on this program. The program is contributing needs and celebrating a festival and prepare a new school year. For example, Ceria Ramadan, Ceria Aidilfitri, and Ceria Kembali ke Sekolah. The MAHB also give education scholarship program ESP to students from a low-income family in receiving a scholarship for further study. This program already giving award to 15 successful scholars since the foundation ESP opened on 2010. Number 4 is a good health and well-being. MAHB is dedicated to build a professional attitude through social development project and create an inspiring, safe and health working environment. So MAHB have initiative to employees. First is enhanced training programs to improve employee efficiency and build skills. Second is provide a healthy program conduct annually to promote healthy awareness. MAHB also giving equal opportunity without any discrimination based on age, race, and gender. So MAHB also supporting female employees by providing parking areas for pregnant women, and they also build a care center in a corporate office. In conclusion, despite the weather storming the whole world, specifically the aviation industry, MAHB is able to maintain and sustain through all the immediate and proactive plans and program structure to overcome the obstacle caused by COVID-19. Staff and passenger welfare and safety are never compromised. They show their appreciate to staff by do a zero detachment and zero salary cuts on 2022 during the lockdown pandemic COVID-19. By ensuring safety, staff and passenger, the standard operation procedure SOP, they follow the instruction from the Malaysian Public Health Ministry to have a safety measure for COVID-19 infections. MAHB faced a challenge during tough time. They still managed to accomplish success with global recognized award by the Airport Council International through the Airport Service Quality ASQ, ranked whereby KL International, KUL, was ranked top 10 in the world.